Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda and welcome to this episode of Ignition Time. Thank you so much for being a viewer. I want all of you to know that this is Christmas Eve. I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. I want to wish everyone happy holidays. And I want you to know that my team and I work very hard on this channel to try and give you the latest news, to try and give you the latest information. Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holidays to everybody. I'm always going to be here for you. I'm going to work hard for you to give you the latest news and the latest information. And let me tell you where things stand right now. The Ignition Time channel, as you know, is about the country, it's about the economy, and it's about your money. Where things stand right now is that the $2,000 stimulus check looks almost impossible because one of the top Republicans in the Senate, actually, he's a number four Republican, Roy Blunt from Missouri, pretty much said that the $2,000 stimulus check was not going to get any kind of support for the president, and then he urged the president to sign the bill in its current form right away. I'm going to give you the latest status of where things are right now, and I will bring you up to speed in what's going on right now and what to expect. Honestly, I think this is a highly unfortunate situation because I'm in favor of help for those who need it the most. And I think many of our fellow Americans who are dependent on the unemployment benefits, who are on the verge of being evicted, are in a really tough situation right now. And I'm hoping that something changes very quickly. Keep in mind that the president has not said that he will veto the bill. He has not said that. In fact, Roy Blunt himself, and by the way, many Republicans, he's not the only one, Roy Blunt himself said he had no idea what the president was going to do. So he did say that he's unsure of where the president is in his essentially in his approach. So we'll have to wait and see what happens exactly. But where things stand right now, once again, where things stand right now is we're going to wait and see what the president does. And let me bring you all up to speed in where things are right now. So I'm going to actually let you know that many people are losing jobs as we speak. Many of our fellow Americans are losing their jobs because here's the interesting thing. On Monday, a lot of individuals were actually going to be hired by companies because the Paycheck Protection Program money was expected. So a lot of individuals who were expected to start work on Monday are not going to work, are not going to start work because that Paycheck Protection Program money is not coming at the moment. That's number one. Number two, individuals are starting to get eviction notices. Okay, and as if that wasn't bad enough, there are individuals who are starting to prepare for a world beyond unemployment because the PUA program and the PEUC program ends this weekend unless there is congressional legislation for extension. So guess what? There is congressional legislation right now, but the president has not signed it because the president is identifying things he's not happy with. And a lot of the things that the president actually identified are not part of the stimulus package. A lot of the wasteful spending he identified was part of the omnibus spending package, the government spending package, which a lot of his negotiators have been working on. A lot of his negotiators actually, were aware of those things. And so where things stand right now is that individuals are on the verge of eviction. Individuals are preparing for the loss of unemployment benefits, and unfortunately, we are looking at individuals actually losing their jobs or not being rehired because the Paycheck Protection Program is not coming. So millions of our fellow Americans, more than 12 million individuals dependent on the PUA program and the PEUC program, are days away from losing unemployment benefits, their homes, or even a future for their small business. And a lot of them need help. And Congress has done something. Now it depends on President Trump whether he's going to sign it or not. And there are a lot of individuals who are desperately waiting for help right now. We have families on the brink of eviction. We have hunger, all on Christmas Eve. All on Christmas Eve. Sometimes when I report this news, it's hard. It's hard for me to actually get through this, but I'm going to do my best to report the news as accurately as I can to you, my viewers and subscribers. I promise you, I will always tell you the truth wherever the truth will lead us, and that's where we are right now. So where things stand right now is that one of the consequences of the president not signing the stimulus check is that the $25 billion in emergency aid for renters. So I'm talking again $25 billion in emergency aid for renters is simply not there, which basically means that renters are going to be in trouble. Plus the 1 month eviction moratorium extension for renters is also not happening. That is also not happening, unfortunately. Highly unfortunate situation right now. And here's the bottom line, everybody. Unemployment benefits, the PUA program, the PUC programs expire on Saturday, this Saturday, in 2 days. Government funding expires on Monday. Government funding expires on Monday. So the president honestly has until Monday to sign this, because if he does not sign it on Monday, the government could shut down, and unless there is another stopgap funding bill. Now, I also want our viewers and subscribers to know that House Republicans did block the $2,000 bill from the Democrats, the $2,000 stimulus bill. So it was blocked. In fact, I did a video yesterday where I essentially announced that it was blocked because the House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy said it was not going to go anywhere. The Senate Republican leadership said that the $2,000 stimulus check cannot get 60 votes on the floor of the Senate, and they are unlikely to even bring it up. And right now, at the time I'm recording this video, there is no plan to keep the government open. What we also know, and again, this comes from Roy Blunt, the senator from Missouri, the Republican from Missouri. No one knows what the president is going to do next. No one knows the president's next move. The Senate Republicans want the president to sign the bill as is. Roy Blunt basically said, "Look, we're not gonna go ahead with the $2,000 stimulus check in the Senate." The Republicans and he urged the president to sign it as is. So that is what the Republicans are trying to get the president to do. And Roy Blunt said it's a mistake to reopen the bill on foreign aid, despite the push from the House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, because essentially what he's saying is it's going to be like opening up a can of worms. That's basically what he's saying. So this is a very tough situation, guys. I want our viewers and subscribers to know that it took a very long time for us to get where we are, and now that we are here, it's almost like the whole thing has been blown up and we are back to square one. And what Blunt said is that it took a long time for us to get where we are, and I think reopening the bill would be a mistake. And what's also interesting is, we know the Georgia Senate runoff races are coming up on the 5th of January. Both Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue, the Republican incumbents in Georgia, had actually pushed for this version of the $900 billion stimulus bill. They had stood behind a lot of the things that were coming out of the administration, and now all of a sudden they're in a tough situation as well, because they are up for re-election. So this is a real tough situation, folks. And when Blunt was asked how to avoid a shutdown, he said and I'm quoting Blunt here, "The best way out of this is for the president in the bill. I still hope that's what he decides to do." That's a comment from Roy Blunt from Missouri. So once again, unemployment expires this Saturday. Government funding expires on Monday. The president could still sign the bill up until Monday, and we could see an extension of the government, or we could see some last-minute scampering to remove the items that the president mentioned and include $2,000 stimulus checks, which is a big one. But again, Republicans in the Senate are not going to support it. I'll actually give you specific comments from Roy Blunt in just a second. So, right now we're in a tough situation, and Jake Sherman from Politico specifically asked Roy Blunt if a bill to increase the stimulus checks from $600 to $2,000 would get the 60 votes to pass in the Senate, and Blunt said it would not. It would not. So a lot of Republicans, lawmakers in Congress and the Senate, in the House and the Senate, don't have an idea about what the president is likely to do next. Jake Sherman asked Roy Blunt, "What's the way out of this?" And Blunt said, "The best way out of this is for the president to sign the bill." Okay. And then Roy Blunt was asked, "What is the second best way?" Roy Blunt said, let's hope the best way works. Second best way is a lot more challenging." I'm going to quote Roy Blunt, let's hope the best way works. Second best way is a lot more challenging. So again, we're in a situation where we have an ironic where we have an ironic mix, because here's the other funny thing: the House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy did not raise any objections to all the foreign aid that the president brought up, or any spending programs for that matter. In his statement, in his statement, because he did release a statement yesterday, and he was supporting the COVID stimulus package. And in his statement, in fact, why don't I show you the statement on your screen right now? Let's show you folks the statement from the House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy. So let me actually show you folks the statement. Just a moment. Here we go. You should. Oops. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah. So this should be it. Give me a moment. I'll actually show you the statement from Kevin McCarthy. There we go. You should be able to see it now. And so here's a statement from Kevin McCarthy. Democrats appear to be suffering from selective hearing. They've conveniently ignored President Trump's call to re-examine tax dollars wasted overseas while so many Americans are struggling at home. Now, keep in mind, Kevin McCarthy played a role in the crafting of this negotiation. He was one of the four lead negotiators that crafted this bill. There was House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, there was Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, and the House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy. So he played a role in this, but now he's saying that they've conveniently ignored President Trump's call to re-examine tax dollars wasted overseas while so many Americans are struggling. Republicans will act to put America first. So this is his on your screen right now. What I'll do is I will show you the letter, and what I'll do is I'll zoom in a little bit so you folks can see this. This is a letter from yesterday where Kevin McCarthy says, this is a letter from Kevin McCarthy, okay, the House Republican leader. Dear Republican colleague, Americans have needed relief from COVID and the lockdowns for months. House Republicans have attempted to pass relief over 40 times, but each time Speaker Pelosi has ignored our fellow citizens, saying nothing is better than something. Worse than that, by waiting days before Christmas, Speaker Pelosi tried to use the American people as leverage. Interesting. Let me know in the comment section below whether you agree that Speaker Pelosi was using the American people as leverage. So let me know in the comment section. The House leader continues, Speaker Pelosi tried to use the American people as leverage to make COVID relief negotiations contingent on government funding, which includes billions of foreign aid at a time when there are urgent needs at home. Our government's top priority must be our families, communities, and small businesses as we get through this pandemic and restore our country. Agreed, absolutely. House Democrats appear to be suffering from selective hearing. They have conveniently ignored the concerns expressed by the president and shared by our constituents that we ought to re-examine how our tax dollars are spent overseas, while so many of our neighbors at home, meaning our fellow Americans, are struggling to make ends meet. Thus, Republicans will offer a unanimous consent request to revisit the state and foreign operations title of the omnibus so that we can fully address the concerns at hand. So basically, the House Minority Leader, Kevin McCarthy, he's a Republican leader in the House, but they are the minority, so he's called the House Minority Leader. He said that we're going to re-examine parts of this bill. That is what he's essentially saying. And what I think that something that I think is really interesting is that he said, and this is the last aspect of his letter, it will be up to Speaker Pelosi to decide if she wants to act on behalf of the American people. So let me know. I actually want to see some comments from our viewers and subscribers. I want to know if our community agrees with this position from Kevin McCarthy, because this is. Guys, this is a pretty bizarre situation that we are living in right now. And Jake Sherman also asked Steny Hoyer, by the way, who is one of the top Democrats in the House. Okay, so he's the House Majority Leader, Steny Hoyer, and he asked Steny Hoyer if he believes that that something is likely to happen, and he simply said, "We'll see." Now, here's something else that's super interesting, everybody. I don't know if you folks know this, but the U.S. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin, who participated in over 190 phone calls. Guys, I gotta tell you, I don't want that guy's job. Okay, I do not want Steven Mnuchin's job. He participated in 190 phone calls. Okay, everybody, 190 phone calls, and he crafted this piece of this nego. He was an important part of this negotiation because he was a representative of the White House. Now, what's actually ended up happening is that all the work he did went down the went was out the window when the president released his position on the bill. And so what this essentially does is this. I don't even know if honestly, I don't even think it makes sense for House Speaker. I personally believe it makes no sense for House Speaker Pelosi to even spend time talking to Mnuchin. Hopefully, House Speaker Pelosi and Senate Majority Leader can get on a three-way conference call with the president, and that would be nice. I actually have an iPhone lying around here somewhere. I can send an iPhone to the White House in case, because iPhones do three-way calls, and so so I can. If the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, House Speaker Pelosi, and President Trump get on a three-way call, maybe there can be some sort of an amendment, a quick amendment to the bill, and the president can sign it. Now, I saw a lot of comments yesterday from our viewers and subscribers saying, "Hey, the president's in Mar-a-Lago." Yeah, so the president can still sign. He can still sign. I'm assuming the president of the United States has a pen. So, guys, it's okay that the president is in Mar-a-Lago. The president, if he wants to, can do anything, including signing this bill. So it doesn't matter where he's located, he can still sign it. Now, the issue here is Steny Hoyer. Steny Hoyer said that House Democrats will consider options on a continuing resolution if there is no if nothing happens. Now, I want to hear from my viewers and subscribers about what you think about this particular situation. Tell me what you think about this particular situation, and do you think something is likely to happen? I would love to hear from all of you because Hoyer said he's talking to Pelosi and the Democrats about how to avoid a shutdown on Monday, and he said Pelosi is talking to Mnuchin. But again, I don't know. I don't know how far that's going to go. And again, this is a tough situation because congressional Republicans have indeed blocked. In fact, let's show you this on your screen. The House GOP, the Republicans have blocked House Democrats' attempt to pass a $2,000 bill. So House Democrats on Thursday, which is today, blocked a Democratic attempt to pass $2,000 direct payment checks to Americans. And so again, we're in a situation where we have massive gridlock. Speaking of massive gridlock, here is the comment that I showed you folks that I was referring to earlier. Okay, so this is the Republican senator. Okay, it's a Republican senator who basically, Roy Blunt from Missouri, who basically warns that $2,000 checks will not pass, and he's urging the president to sign the deal right now. So what he's suggesting is that the president essentially sign the deal right now. In fact, what I'll do is I will show you folks. I'll actually go through the comments from Roy Blunt so that my viewers and subscribers know exactly what's going on. And let's actually take a look at some of his comments today. And what I'm going to do is essentially, tell you what he said. So let me just pull that up one moment.
Well, on the recovery from the pandemic front.
So that was an earlier clip from Roy Blunt. But this is what Roy Blunt said today, everybody. He said it took us a long time to get where we are, and I think reopening that bill would be a mistake. The best way out of this is the president to sign the bill, and I still hope that is what he decides. When he was asked if he knew what the president was going to do, Roy Blunt said, "I have no idea what he plans to do." Now, keep in mind, Roy Blunt is the number 4 member of the Republican leadership. He's the highest ranking Senate Republican to actually comment on this. We have not heard from Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. We have not heard from John Thune. And, House Democrats tried to clear a bill greenlighting the $2,000 stimulus checks by unanimous consent today, but that effort was blocked by House Republicans. And Roy Blunt warned that the idea was unlikely to go anywhere in the Republican controlled Senate. And he said, if they do it, I would be surprised if we dealt with it. And that's what he said. And he said that he was asked if a bill providing $2,000 stimulus checks would get a 60 votes. He said it would not. And unfortunately, that's where the gridlock is. House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy has called on Congress to, I quote, revisit the state and foreign operations spending included as part of the $1.4 trillion piece that funds the government. And President Trump has essentially criticized all the spending, that's going on, everyone. So, Roy Blunt said that what McCarthy was doing was also not a good idea, believe it or not. And Roy Blunt said that reopening talks on State Department and foreign aid would unravel the larger deal. Roy Blunt said, generally, the regular appropriation bill includes things the administration asked for. Certainly, the negotiated foreign aid provisions would not benefit. That's what he said. Let me come back to the camera here. He said, certainly, the regular appropriations bill includes things the administration asked for. Certainly, the negotiated foreign aid provisions would not benefit by opening that part of the bill up. And frankly, if you start opening part of that bill up, it's hard to defend not opening the whole bill up. He's talking about opening up a can of worms, basically, and he warned that the president's actions were overshadowing some of the positive things Republicans have done during the administration. He said, I think there are a lot of really positive things that the president accomplished that if we weren't talking about these things, we'd be talking about those positive things that he did, and that would be to his advantage. And he's made it really hard to talk about great advances we've made. That's what Blunt is saying. And he said, I think that would be to the president's advantage if we were talking about his accomplishments rather than questioning decisions late in the administration. But again, Congress has very little control over what the president can say. Now, I still believe, everyone, that I just want to be clear. I still believe that the president's hand is about to be forced, and something is going to change. I know things look really dark right now. I know that for many of our fellow Americans who are dependent on this, but I would encourage our viewers and subscribers to take a look at a video that I did yesterday on our channel. Let me actually show you that video. This is my channel, as you know. By the way, the pose at the top with the glasses. Let me know if you want me to change that pose. I think I look really nerdy because I am a nerd. Only nerds would do what I do, right? But no, jokes aside, this particular video, forcing the hand, I am recommending that you folks check out this video because I do believe that this will. With HP, it's easy for IT to. I do believe that this will force the president's hand on stimulus. So I suggest that you folks check out this video because I actually highlighted why I think the president's hand is likely to get forced on stimulus, because there are a lot of really terrible things that are happening right now, everybody. And in terms of where we are right now, there are some really harsh realities that we are facing as a country, which I believe would necessitate that this bill actually be signed in its current state. So I'm hoping that I have some positive news to report to you, because again, it's really hard to predict what the president is going to do. And millions of our fellow Americans are bracing for a nightmare on Christmas Eve. Just not right at all. And millions of our fellow Americans will lose unemployment benefits, face eviction, not have food and medicines, because this stimulus bill did not get finalized for 5 or 6 months. Congress acted at the last minute, and the president is not happy with the bill. If only they had done this sooner, we would have had more time to have all our back and forth. That is where things stand, and And I will always give you the truth, everybody, where we stand. And I want you to know that you're always in my thoughts. I appreciate you. I'm hoping to give you positive news soon. We'll see. We'll see where this road leads us. And I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. I'll give you my outro now, what I normally do at the end of every video. And then I'll share some, you'll learn a little bit more about me towards the end of this video. So hopefully you can stick around. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. I appreciate my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. And if you want to get on our SMS alerts list, just get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000. That's 70000. You'll get added to SMS alerts list moving forward. Now, keep in mind that when you get on our SMS alerts list, you'll get important news, you'll get breaking news, and you'll get announcements about any future training programs on investment and how to grow your money. You'll get information about those types of training programs if you're interested. You can opt out of the SMS alerts at any point in time that you want. Now, if you want, you can also get added to our email list. Simply go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts, and then you'll get added to our email list going forward. You can opt out of the SMSs or the emails at any point in time. Now, the Ignition Time channel is about the country, it's about the economy, and it's about your money. Our goal is to help you overcome the cycle of poverty. Here's the cycle of poverty on your screen. This is the thing that holds most of us back, because once you're in a cycle of poverty, it's very hard to break out of that. It's very hard to get to the next level financially. I will help you get to the next level financially because I have lived through the cycle of poverty and now I live the American dream. I want to teach you how to live the American dream. Now, keep in mind that YouTube does not always send out notifications on time. So all I ask you to do is simply bookmark youtube.com/ignition time. That's youtube.com/ignition time. So go ahead and bookmark our channel. This way you can visit the home page of our channel and check out our videos at any point in time that you want. So make sure you do that. Follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is ignition_time. That's ignition_time. So follow us on Instagram and then you'll get exclusive news as an Instagram follower. You can also follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is also ignition_time. That's ignition_time. So make sure you follow us on Twitter for real-time alerts and breaking news on Twitter. Also, please comment below. One of the things I'm personally extremely proud of is our community. Our community is intelligent, it's growing, it's bipartisan, it's respectful. So comment below, engage in a healthy debate with our fellow Americans. I want you to know that for me personally, it's not about the red or the blue, it's about the red, white, and blue. I'm not Democrat, I'm not Republican, I am American. We are all Americans first. So we need to unite, we need to be able to heal as a country, and we need to be able to move forward. That is what the Ignition Time channel is all about. Please share this video with 2 friends or family members, just 2 friends or family members. That would mean a lot to me. And finally, if you learned something new from this video, please click the like button, please subscribe, please enable notifications. Gently ignite that subscribe button because the name of our channel is Ignition Time. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.